My name is David Falcone.
And I'm Justine Falcone.
This is our daughter, Eden Joy Falcone.
She was born on January 27th of 2023. We're dedicating Eden because she actually doesn't belong to us. She belongs to God. I know we actually need that reminder and that encouragement every day. It's not our control. It's not our plan. It's really His control and His plan. And it gives me a lot of peace because it's not up to me. I just have to take it and obey a little bit at a time and then just keep trusting Him over and over and over. With her being our third, it is different because there's more surrender involved. I am running around after 3 little children now. They have a lot of things going on, and I just can't hold it all together. I need Him to hold it all together for me, and I need Him to hold each of them together for me. I think when you have 1, you're like, I could do this. 2, and then 3, you're like, I just need Jesus every day.
And that's what this last year and a half has taught us for sure. To just trust God each and every day and each and every moment. Just letting go often of what the future may or may not hold, to just ground us in this is where we're at right now with each other.
Yeah. I like to pick verses for each of my children, and my verse for her is Proverbs 3:5-6, which is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your paths. I just want her to be set apart because she's a woman who trusts in the Lord. She doesn't grasp a control or knowledge or a plan. Like, her answer is Jesus. I want her to be a woman who can laugh at the future because she just knows she's taken care of. And this little girl has been through so much, and I want her to learn that suffering does produce perseverance, and perseverance produces character, and character produces hope, and a hope that will never disappoint her because it is grounded and rooted in Jesus.
Our hope is that she grows up knowing that she really isn't ever alone. You know, she'll have us for whatever time we are here with them. She'll have her siblings. She has her friends, her family, her church family, that she gets to experience who Jesus really is. Our kids seeing us as a team with each other is something really important to us. And then also as a team, like us, as a family, that mom and dad love each other. We want mom and dad to be okay so we could be filled and love you the best. And we know that that's not going to happen if we don't go to God first.
Kids can really pull you apart in different directions. So a bunch of our work goes into how do we stay as one. Our relationship with Jesus is the foundation of everything that we're talking about. None of this could happen without Jesus. Because I have Him, I can surrender it all to Him, and it frees my heart to love Him. I mean, fear and worry still happen, but they don't consume me, so that I can actually free to love them and give them what they need.
Our kids see us and they know when something's wrong, and we get to tell them, hey, right now maybe we're a little worried about something, but we still are choosing to trust God, and they get to see that. Or when there's a disagreement, or when maybe we've reacted in a way towards our kids that is definitely not as loving, that one of the best things that they get to see us do is apologize, and it just helps create that safe place for them. You'd think by 3 kids we'd have it down, but that's not the case.
Yeah, I think that's really the main difference with 3 is you just know you can't get it all right. You just have to go to the one who does make it all right, and that's Jesus.
So similar to when someone chooses to get baptized, right? They've had that experience, that encounter with Jesus, where they chose to say yes to Him. Us choosing to dedicate Eden, it's us taking the step to say, hey, we're trusting God, and we're trusting you to come alongside us and show her His love and His grace in ways that maybe we'll miss or that we can't. I think there's definitely a huge weight that the church gets to come alongside and say, hey, we've got your back. You guys aren't in this alone.
We serve in ministry. We have relationships with our church family here, and you're sharing life with people, and life is filled with really good stuff and really hard stuff. And I truly believe that in sharing the hard stuff with them, we have allowed them to come into like the most painful parts of our heart and just be there for us. And last year was just a really, really hard year for us. I was just so deep in postpartum depression, and I really wasn't in my right mind. But I had my family. I had my real family, but then I had my church family. And they came alongside of us, and they were my truth when I was believing lies. They were my mind and heart when I just couldn't function very well. And they are just the people who prayed for us, and the people who fed us, and the people who took care of us. And that can only happen when you live life with people, when you're vulnerable, and when you let them into the deepest parts of your heart. It's the deepest part of my heart, but it's the deepest part of my children as well. It's just this wonderful blessing that keeps giving, because they took care of me, but then in turn took care of my children, and my children will see that and they know that. And I think that's the beautiful thing about Eden, is that she's just shown us truly how God is so good and how he turns all things for good. And one of the biggest ways he did that was through our family and through our Skyline family.